Welcome back! The Doki Doki Literature Club. We just finished reading everyone's poems except for the little annoying brat who didn't even let us see her poem.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because she has some crazy gross poems. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could just come and sit in the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival?
Yes.
It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much, girls. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you already heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Minoka? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Bunch of baby butterflies. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. They're very shy and embarrassed. It's not for ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I just kind of overlooked that. The poetry is pretty terrible. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's all about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself. Finding new horizons. Digging in dark caves. And having fun. That was her poem.
I know. I had that thought too, and I was just like...
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to feel the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Minoka have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki don't have. Oh. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with. Yeah.
All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? You guys can just piss off. I think I'm gonna play against the wall some more and read.
Yeah, right. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else, expectant faces.
Sigh. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Or all of you.
Oh gosh! You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Minoka! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course! Now, let's see.
Minoka flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Minoka begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room! More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Minoka. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Minoka finishes the recitation. Yeah, my brain was like... The four of us applaud.
I only have 2 hands, I'm sorry. We can't make 4 claps.
Yeah, do what we can. Minoka takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Minoka! Aha! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her book. Her quivering words transform into a sharp symbolism of of fierce and confident woman. Symbolism, right?
Syllables.
Syllables? Or syllables? No. This poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. I would have said inoculates.
Alright.
But, yeah. I read goodly. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding.
Everyone joins me in afterwards.
You got a golf clap.
Oh.
It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing. Fuck you, Manoka.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay! I guess I'm up next then.
Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Yuri!
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Yuri begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match.
That's a perfect match. No, yeah. You said it right.
The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Kiki-chan liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I really don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more focus behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Force.
Focus. A little more force behind them.
Force.
Oh, I know what you mean. Thank you for spelling it out for me, Manoka. It's really hard to think when you're this cute. That's well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Kiki-chan. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Kiki-chan lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Wow, harsh. Natsuki!
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward.
Quick, Manoka, do your hip thrust.
Yeah, quick, knock those two off screen.
You see that they're organized by size of tit size? And also height?
No. Didn't notice that. Thanks, Mary.
You're welcome.
I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Oh, don't worry about this so much. We already knew you were a piece of shit. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going. Alright. Well, we're out of time for this episode. We'll be back to hear Natsuki's poem in the next one. And I guess we'll see what happens from there, because things are getting weird. We're doing a festival, I guess?
Yeah, I was thinking the weird part was Minoka telling us to save the game.
Yeah.
In case we decide to change our minds. But we're definitely just gonna stick with our choices.
We're just gonna steamroll through it.
Yeah.
Alright, see you in the next one.